Welcome everybody to BarTALK by Nerd Vector, where the stupid talk about nerd stuff. And yes, we are stupid.
Very much so. I own that.
Well, that was Shay. I need a lot of attention, Cahill,
Aha.
and you heard Frank Hoyts and Nastro earlier, giving me a headache. There we go.
Just one headache.
Nope. Two headaches. Three?
You raised us.
I did not raise you. Go fuck yourselves.
You kind of raised us.
Oh, God. Anyway, guys, I'm very excited for today's episode because we're going to be talking about Loki.
Yeah.
It premiered yesterday.
Yeah, love it.
How long have you been waiting for this premiere?
Oh, dude.
When did Falcon and Soldier end?
No, it was announced a long time ago. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think originally this was supposed to be before all the other shows.
Was it?
Because you know what? I should have saw Black Widow and Doctor Strange by now.
Yep.
Well, Black Widow's coming out soon too,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, that's in like
that's
a
coming
week
out
or
very
two.
soon. Yeah.
It's July 9th?
Wait.
Or the
Wait, is it?
12th?
Yes.
Oh, that may or may not be my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You can wait.
I talked to my guys at MCU. I told them to do the premiere date on that day, just for you, Shay.
Listen, they did
I
that for my
appreciate you.
wife. It didn't go well for her.
It didn't?
No, because it was Infinity War. What are you talking about?
Oh.
She was like, yay, they moved the date up, so I get the best present for my birthday. And then we left the theater and she was sobbing.
Yep, sounds about
This
right.
is
Well, I
not
actually-
a good birthday.
I actually need to make sure Amelia catches up with the MCU movies before then, because even yesterday I had to save this so freaking hard that I accidentally spoiled that Black Widow dies in Endgame. And
Oh, you did not.
I made a comment. She was talking about something MCU related, and I went, "Well, that's really interesting because I mean, she's killed herself off of the timeline at this point." What? And I went, "Oh, no. I just mean her movie has been delayed so many times. It feels like she's been killed off."
She's gonna kill you, Shay.
Yeah, eye shifting back and forth like.
She's definitely gonna kill you, Shay.
Yeah. I was trying so hard because I was so excited after watching the show. I wanted to talk about it so much, but she's not there yet, so I don't want to spoil anything for her.
Anyway. Shay, you want to introduce the drinks?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, let's get off of the gigantic mistake Shay had, and let's say bye to him because he won't be alive in about 4 weeks.
Yep, no, Frank's taking over my spot. Prepare to get drunk, Frank.
So, I am now Frank, who needs no introduction, Frank.
Frank. I'll go with that. That's how we're going to introduce you
Frank.
next episode.
Or just the build-up. Needs no introduction, and that's it.
That's it.
The man who needs no introduction, you don't get a name. Well, tonight we have 2 drinks. One was in Chance. What's it called in?
The Glorious Purpose.
Which I love the idea of this drink, and the color has settled so beautifully. And actually, it's a little more interesting than my first test run of it, because it is now a ½ ounce of Grand Marnier, 1 ounce of melon liqueur, and champagne. I topped it in a pint glass. I went full drink on this one.
Whoa, you put that in a pint glass? That's good. That's going to be a strong drink.
Yeah. But I also added ice cubes to this one, to your dismay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It really came out cool though, because one,
Nice.
I was planning on yes, ice cubes. But I was planning on, when I poured the other stuff first and then added the champagne, and I was like, oh, the champagne will mix with the melon liqueur and Grand Marnier and even out the color. Uh, no, actually, right now, it fades from gold at the top to green towards the bottom, which
Ooh.
screams Loki.
Oh, so it has a layering effect, huh?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it looks.
Happy mistake.
Yeah, happy mistake. Let me give this a sip.
So you're gonna mix it up before you drink it, or you're just gonna let it
Mm.
layer?
No, I'm gonna let it layer. And I'm still getting strong hints of melon. Okay, I gotta put that down. That's dangerous. Alright, and my drink was a little more basic, but in reference to B.D. Cooper, aka Loki, I went with just a nice bourbon soda, which is pretty much one of my go-tos day to day as it is. Just bourbon and seltzer water. Got my soda stream. Nice, easy drink just to hang out with for the night.
One of these days, I still want you to freaking like carbonize your bourbon.
Oh, I've seen videos where they do that, and they've admitted it's dangerous because it makes the bourbon easier to drink.
It has to be good.
It adds a bitterness, and
Yeah, because of the carbon
yeah,
dioxide, but like
and
it has to be good.
yeah, it like according to them, it just goes down straight, like, and they had to stop themselves in these videos that I watched. They're like, wait, we got to remember we're drinking straight bourbon.
Shay, promise me one of these days when Jenny's not looking, you gotta carbonize your bourbon.
Oh, absolutely. Like, even though it's my soda stream, she is very mad at just the concept that I would put anything else but water in it because it would taint anything else.
All right, Frank, you be the judge. Which drink is better this week?
First of all, the name just speaks for itself. It needs no introduction. And it's also the title of this episode.
Yep. I have to give it to you early on here in this was a beautiful drink. Like you win this
yes. I win one.
Didn't you win the last one?
Glorious Purpose.
It's the last one I'll ever win. But hey guys, this episode was, I think it was jam-packed. It was 53 minutes running, give or take, right?
I think the last... I broke it down. It was 44 and a half minutes minus opening and closing credits, which was solid.
Oh, 44 runtime? That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is we go through maybe like 5-minute segments at a time and we just discuss, because there's every minute of it like has something for me. And I don't know if you guys felt that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, scene by scene, it all had me hooked the entire time.
You hop right into Endgame, and the last thing MCU's really done, other than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I just forget about poor Spidey.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that came out after. Yeah. I always forget it came out after.
And now we have to keep in mind, timeline-wise, that takes place like 6 months after WandaVision.
Yes.
Yeah. It gets timey-wimey.
Which makes it like more significant that his one teacher is freaked out by witches and wizards.
Yep.
He's like, well, this is very scientific. It's definitely witches.
It's part of the big three, which was discussed in Falcon and Soldier.
It is part of the big three. You're not wrong. But anyway, I like the additional shots they did of Tom Hiddleston solo as Loki and included it into the footage.
And the fact that during that whole Endgame, mishap and him grabbing the Tesseract, this guy smelled out Tony Stark's cologne.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you could clearly smell 2 Tony Starks. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Axe body spray.
I mean, look.
I love that about Tony. Just Axe body spray, sure.
Hey, everybody needs an emergency cologne in their drawer.
Hey, back in my late teens and early 20s, I kept some Axe body spray always on hand.
I will admit I used it sometimes as well.
I think mine was Wolfbane or something like that. It was Wolf something.
I don't remember what I used. Frank, you ever use Axe?
What are you talking about, Kraken Guard?
Yes, Kraken.
So there's, they had the Wild Collection, whose promos were done by Mr. Wolfdog.
That's
it was
right.
The same setup.
They did have
they had
that.
Bear Glove. They had Hawkridge. I used Hawkridge actually through my first couple years of college.
Yeah, high school, college, they were the shit.
Yeah.
And then you finally realize it's crap, but you know.
Well, then I realized that anyone who got near me had flashbacks of high school and middle school, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Let me
oh
get
no.
actual
And-
cologne.
That's when I switched to Polo number 3, and then they discontinued
Oh.
it.
Mine was Aquafina.
Aquafina.
Yeah. Was it Aquafina? No, Aquafina's the actress. What the hell?
Close.
You don't even know your own cologne, man.
No, I forgot the name of it. I haven't used it in a
Okay, so
while.
Loki has the Tesseract.
Aqua de Gio.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Frank. Frank, get us back on track. Come on, tell me the story. Tell me the story of Loki.
So once upon a time, there was a little frost giant, and he was so little, no one loved him, and he was ugly. The end.
All right, fast forward a little.
Then he died because a purple alien didn't like him, and he died. The end.
All right, fast forward a little.
Oh, and then
There's no fast forward after that.
Wait, sorry, rewind. Rewind.
No, well, you get to see that in the show.
True. The time does flow differently in the TVA.
So the episode starts off Loki grabbing the Tesseract. Thor can't find him, and next thing we know, we see him get dropped. What, maybe 20 feet from the sky into the desert?
I don't know. I think it's much higher than that.
Yeah, I
something
loved that
stupid
scene.
high.
Yeah.
That trajectory, that seemed really high to me.
It makes more sense why he was so disoriented when he wakes up, just like, ow.
I mean,
He just
it cracks
drops out of the sky.
Asgardian like manacles.
Yeah, his what is it? His face
shackles
mask
and
thing.
Face mask got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely hit that ground pretty damn hard.
He also did survive a Hulk smashing, so he's built for it.
He's durable.
True.
That also
true.
all happened in the same
He is a frost
day.
giant. Yeah. Poor Loki just having the worst day ever.
Actually, yeah, this is a continuation of his worst
That's
day
probably
ever,
only
isn't
a
it?
couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys like the part where he had to, get on top of the small rock to be higher than the Mongolians that he was talking to?
Yes.
There was a high
It
ground
was just-
joke in there.
Yep.
Like,
There
'cause
was
he had-
definitely a high ground joke.
He had to start talking and then like, oh, hold on.
And then the,
Get on the rock.
the TVA immediately showed up as soon as he started preaching.
And then he goes, wait, okay, you guys are useless. And then he goes to the TVA guys.
And like he just gets bitch slapped in slow motion.
The oh my god, it was done so well. The photography
It
and
was.
videography of it, and I was like, wow, look at that slow-mo. Oh no, it's only happening to him.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
loved like that showing of we see the slow-mo and I was like, oh, that's a beautiful slow-mo shot. And then the TVA agent just walks into frame and explains what's happening. I was like, oh god.
all the
Do you think
all at once.
do you that slow-mo was very realistic. You think he actually allowed himself to get hit to get that
Yeah.
slow-mo?
You have to.
Yeah, I'm thinking he took the hit for the
Was it
team.
I'd like to believe that.
in Creed? Michael B. Jordan had to get knocked out in order to get the shot done right.
Oh, did he actually get knocked out? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
and then
Oh, damn.
they had to film it a second time because one of the cameras were not on the right angle when he hit the mat. So then they got him up
Oh
from being like passed out and
no.
then knocked him out again.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, he loves that story.
Well, I
Uh
think Rocky. Well, I
Yeah,
think yeah, the same thing happened in Rocky 3.
yep, he got hit so
Um,
hard, and you can see it in the film.
yeah, because he said, "Hit me for real. We're doing this for real." And he got hit so hard he wound up in the hospital, and they had to start recording again like 3 days later,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
there were some broken ribs from
mm,
that because I remember reading up. Loki was not having a good
oh,
day.
he was not. And the what the hell was that collar
It
that he
was
had
like a
on?
rewind
They had a
button for
name for it.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was cool.
yeah, I loved
Ti-
that. Every time he tried to get up, they just rewind him back into the chair.
Time Twister?
Yes.
Is that what they called it? Yeah. Uh and how the hunter she kept using it,
Oh yeah.
or was it Mobius that kept
No,
using
she
it?
did.
Well, either way.
It doesn't work
Yeah.
on furniture.
Yeah,
That was a good line.
which it would have been like great just to see him get rewound to a point, but the furniture be out of place, so him
It's
just
just
like
falling
fall
where
out of
the
the
chair
air.
would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. But anyway, he gets captured, right? Gets taken to the TVA. And he has to go through all of the bureaucracy to get checked in to jail, basically.
Yeah, it's airport security for time variance.
Do you have your ticket, sir?
No, they
He
never
never
gave
gave me a ticket. Then he gets erased from the
Gets
timeline
melted.
completely.
Reminds me of that Indiana
Yeah.
Jones bit, The Last Crusade, when he chucks the Nazi out of the hot air balloon and he goes, "No ticket," and then everyone's frantically searching for theirs.
For that
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
Loki did the same thing.
Yeah.
He looked through every single pocket.
I just love that. He like forgot what pocket he put it in. He was like checking his chest, his both sides, just patting himself down, just panic, raises it up in the air real quick.
That whole scene where he gets his fine Asgardian leather disintegrated.
Yes.
Then he gets dropped. And then he has to sign a gigantic stack of papers to prove that this was everything he ever said.
What?
Yes.
And then
What?
another
What?
sheet prints out.
And this. Wait.
This is
you're-
absurd.
And this.
Here's another
They should
sheet.
have had him initial every sheet, not just the cover page.
That would have been 40 minutes
Sign
of the show.
here, here, and here.
No, they just need to do that cut like 3 times and sign here and sign here and as they go through the stack. You could have done like 3 cuts of that. I thought the same thing.
Ah.
And he finally goes.
Then
on to
he
trial.
gets. No, he gets dropped one
Oh,
more
that's
time.
right. The
And he has to go
robot,
through-
like metal detector bit.
Yep. Am I a robot? What if I am a robot?
Then you will be.
What
torn
would happen
apart
if
from
I
the
am a
inside
robot?
out.
Yo, and that dude was so over his job. Like, he was just like, go on through. Thanks for the
I
confirmation.
wonder how many have
Oh.
gone through and tried to bring robot imposters in.
That'd be interesting.
Because I guess that's the whole point. Like, if the TVA got an LMD instead,
Yeah, well, that's what they're checking for, right? I think.
I would assume so. I mean, there's no other reason I can think of.
Yeah, that's the only way things like this exist in the first place because other people tried it.
Well, he also got a Polaroid of his temporal signature.
I can't wait to see how that works out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that is.
Wait, what was that again?
When he went through, like a picture popped up,
Uh-huh.
and it was kind of like in like a heat signature of his body.
Uh-huh.
And the guy was like, "Hey, this is." He was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "This is your temporal signature or
Oh.
Yeah,
temporal
it
map."
was red, blue, and I think yellow were the colors on it.
Yeah, and it kind of was shaped like somewhat like his body. I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to see what that is. That has to have some meaning.
We'll come back probably 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because
And then he goes to the TSA line, and they're like, "Take a ticket."
Yeah, which arguably the best scene for me, just seeing
there's
that
only
and seeing
2 of
Loki
us.
panic. Yeah.
Exactly.
The whole bullshit of the bureaucracy followed with the nope, I will listen. I am sorry.
Hey, Frank and Shay. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the Fallout series, but did the Miss Minutes cartoon give you a Fallout?
It was that old classic 1950s Rocky and Bullwinkle, Peabody
Yeah.
and Sherman setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the beginning of Fallout, when Fallout Boy like explains your
Yep.
special attributes and stuff. That's the feel that I got. It was great.
Notice how each one of the variants in that video had a different head, though.
Oh, I didn't notice that actually.
Yeah, so each.
Wait, what do you mean?
So when the TVA talks about variants, it has the same
Mhm.
body, but it has different heads to depict it's a variant.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, I did notice that. It was like a different copy and paste head on it.
Yeah, because at one point through this series, I only assume we're going to see multiple variants and then might run into a multiverse of madness if the TVA does or does not do their job.
Okay, let's not go back into WandaVision fan theories about how that's going to lead into
No,
the
wait,
Multiverse of
WandaVision
Madness.
fan theories. Okay, so I'm thinking
Fine,
the TVA goes down.
Fine, but what about the bees?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The bees are dying, and it's causing variants across the dimensions. Or alternatively, this whole situation with Loki at the TVA ends up shutting them down, and it creates or leads into the multiverse of madness. And favorite character that we've been talking about, who's gonna be the next MCU big bad, Kang the Conqueror.
Technically, his wife was name dropped in this episode.
Was she? What's his wife's name?
So the judge that is trying Loki,
Uh-huh.
that is the queen of Kang's empire.
Ravonna Renslayer.
Ravonna.
I
Yes.
didn't realize that.
Yep.
It wasn't name dropped, but she's named for that character, and
that is the same
she is in all six episodes. So
That scene was when I really fell in love with Owen Wilson. I don't know how you guys felt, but him being there and that line of, I feel like I'm always looking up to you. It's appropriate.
It just set the tone for that character.
Yeah. He was so good. Like, every moment with him was beautiful.
I love how Loki tried to convince them to give him a task force to go after the Avengers, because he tried to blame them for this thing.
Mobius even talks about it too. Like, you're such a smooth talker, you're gonna look at whoever's in charge and try to get what you can.
Yeah, woo is what he actually said.
Woo.
And that elevator scene of like them going through it, and like they're going down the elevator, and he's just talking to Mobius, and Owen Wilson crushed it, I think. Like, every line reading from him was just kind of like a slight southern drawl, like, no, this has been my job for centuries.
How long have you been here?
This is my backyard. Yeah.
Time doesn't work like that here.
Well, I mean, in the Marvel comics, all the employees are born and bred specifically to complete their job in
Didn't
the TVA.
didn't the desk clerk say that he was born at the desk?
Yes. I'm
Did
pretty
he
sure
really? I missed that.
I think he did
When
actually
Loki
because
was threatening to
when
gut
he
him like a
says,
fish.
"What's a fish?"
Ah, that would support that
And then
theory.
he's like, "What do you mean you don't know what a fish is?" He's like, "I was born at this desk. I don't know." And they make reference to it later on in the episode too. Then he tried to
They
threaten
do.
me
Fish boy.
of a fish, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I mean, the TVA is like the ultimate bureaucracy, right?
100%.
Yeah, and they do a good job emphasizing that. It's great.
Yeah,
What was it?
they're the ultimate power in the universe.
And it's a bureaucracy. I love Owen Wilson. He's like, yeah, um, I have a gigantic stack of paperwork. It'll be a nice Kinder for you to burn everything
I'll burn
down.
this place down. All right, I can help you.
Yeah.
What was
Seems like
Then
us
he's
in our like days working together, like, oh, we can just burn everything down. It's fine.
what was the
I
department
own
that he said that he would help him start the fire?
the nightmares or something like
Nightmare
that.
Oh
Division or
yes, it
something?
was the nightmare. Yeah, the
Yeah,
nightmare department. Like that department's interesting.
I'll actually help you burn that one down.
Yeah.
No, but I think Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston's chemistry in this show is amazing. They feed off of each other perfectly.
Which I'm so glad to see Owen Wilson like just in more stuff. He's always been like wonderful in everything I've ever seen, but I don't know. I feel like he's underappreciated, gotten like a little bit of a bum rap.
I've always liked Owen Wilson ever since, like, I don't know, Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, that was a big
The
breakout for him.
Yeah, the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, I've always been a
Would it be
fan.
bad if I said Shanghai Noon?
Oh, I
Oh,
forgot about Shanghai Noon.
Opposite Jackie Chan, being wise.
He was great. Yes, yes. Oh, that was a good movie. Didn't they have a
Shanghai
sequel?
Nights.
Shanghai
Yes.
Nights. Yeah, that one wasn't as good.
I mean, it was really just the whole concept was, oh, let's do Rush Hour, but as an Old West feature.
You guys ever seen Night at the Museum?
Of course.
Yeah, he was Jedediah.
Jedediah,
He was
yeah.
the mini cowboy. Obviously
Yep.
the mini Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was.
That
I thought
was
he was
it.
great in that
Romans
movie.
versus Cowboys.
Yeah.
I would pay to see that movie.
With the 300 inspired action scene of them running across
Ye-
like 5 inches.
Yep. Yep. uh, anyway, we got off topic. Back to Loki.
Okay, back to Loki. So we're up to he's at the TVA and he's going through his court proceeding. And
No, we got to the interrogation room, dude.
I mean, yeah, but we bounce around a lot.
The court proceeding really isn't much. Did you do this? Yes. Yes. Maybe. He was sentenced
And no.
no. I mean, he tried to throw the Avengers under the bus, but they were meant to do that.
Yeah, I do like that they did that explanation. That the sacred timeline, anything that's variant of the sacred timeline, this is not any like time travel. It's whatever is deviant
It's the
of
main
that.
timeline.
Yeah, that grand plan. Whatever's deviant of that grand plan is what they go after. Not any and all time travel.
Yeah, and I'm curious about that because Yeah, they made the whole point of the whole Avengers time travel was supposed to happen. That's part of the grand timeline. But was Steve Rogers staying back with Pebby,
Pebby.
Peggy, um, in possibly an alternate timeline? Was that part of the plan?
So I think you need to have an Infinity Stone in order to be on their radar. So like Loki
Probably.
picked up the Tesseract and displaced it from where it should have been. And that's why he got picked up from the TVA almost immediately. Steve, he did what he needed to do. He returned the stones and then just stayed with Peggy.
I could
So
almost buy that. All right, because having multiple of an Infinity Stone in a universe is too much chaos.
Well, in the Marvel Comics, and I think we talked about this offline earlier, like, the stones only work in their universe and their timeline.
Yeah, which we've already, like, this is what we talked about, that's not what's happening in the Marvel Universe or the MCU right now, because they took those Infinity Stones from different alternate universes.
From the variants.
Yeah, they took them from variants.
uh,
Granted, like you said, they returned them, but
Bureaucratic BSery.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
they were able to use them.
I need to go to that scene of Loki trying to escape and realizing the TVA is all powerful with Glorious Purpose.
when he opens that drawer.
Yeah, when he's like, "Where's the Tesseract?" and he opens the drawer.
And there's like
20 Infinity Stones in there.
20 Infinity. Yeah. And Casey's like, yeah, some of these guys use them as paperweights.
Because
we got a lot of those
like,
here.
why else would there be so many Infinity Stones?
Well, okay, so here's a theory that I have, right? Because, you know, MCU likes to change up from like the comic origin stories and stuff. So, you know those charges, the reset charges, right?
Yeah.
So, what if when the TVA arrests the variant, right? Because they took that Tesseract, right? They didn't replace it back into
the timeline.
Because
they just reset it to before the Tesseract left.
Right. So, do they completely destroy whatever timeline that could have been?
Can we just say how horrific that is? That it's basically a bomb going off, destroying a universe?
What a possible universe?
Because they have to do it before it becomes a fixed point, I think.
Right. But when Loki got arrested, he looked back and saw what that reset charge was doing, and his eyes were like, ooh, you know, it attracted his attention.
You're also racing all of time and reality, right?
Right. So those charges are incredibly powerful.
But you have to fill it. To get a charge, you need at least 4 different forms approved by 3 different managers.
And you got to wait 24 hours for the systems to update.
Correct.
And then get you got to fill out this form correctly, then duplicate it into an electronic form.
Then you have to scan it into a PDF.
Oh my god, I'm putting my head down just listening to it. Just,
Could you imagine how hard it is to get something like that out of a TVA armory?
Oh.
Let alone whatever sticks they had. What did they call them that were like just melting people?
Purging them.
Oh yes, purging.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yes.
Such a nice term.
Yo, that guy at the one that didn't have the ticket. He was just like the guard was like, okay, whatever, and he just like purged him.
He didn't even like smack him. He like tapped him, and then he was just
and he disintegrated.
Just a little baby tap.
Wait. So technically, that stick destroyed 20 Infinity Stones that were in the drawer because that cart got disintegrated.
No, he was pushing the cart. The Infinity Stones were in his desk drawer.
No, I thought it was in the cart drawer. No.
No, because it got pushed into the like the hallway, the walkway. Because then they do a pan to the TV when Loki realizes that it doesn't matter because the TVA has like 20 Infinity Stones and they're paperweights.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought the drawer was part of the cart and it got destroyed. I'll have to watch that again.
You can't destroy Infinity Stones.
Yeah,
Well,
I need to
you know.
rewatch this like 3 times over to be honest.
I'm
or at
pretty
least
sure
I want to.
that was like a bureaucratic mail cart.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought that was.
Just doing my job, pushing mail, turn me into a fish.
I liked the it was kind of like steampunky, old looking technology, but it's like highly sophisticated, like that projection thing that they had.
The 70s viewpoint of what the future would be.
Yeah, and it had the Loki's life on tape cassette rolls that were running.
It's weird that everything is like analog and printed. Nothing is really digital in there.
It reminded me a lot of in Umbrella Academy season 2.
Yep.
When they go to their own time bureau. And like everything is VHS tapes and like old screens and oh hey, air tubes to send messages to each other.
I mean, you can't hack paper and you can't hack a cassette.
Yeah.
True things. I mean, even in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they had the gigantic floor with all those filing cabinets.
Yes, they did.
And they were like, yeah, hack it. They're like, hack what? It's paper. And they just like lunged the filing cabinet out the window. Yeah, that kind of security. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
When I become old and senile in 5 years, that's how it's going to work.
Only in 5? I give you 3.
Wow.
Well, if I give you 3, I only get 1. So Shay gets 2.
No, I think I get about another half a year of a good brain. And good is argumentative at this point. I'm the one drinking on these podcasts.
That's my choice.
All right, so so Loki now realizes
yes, it is.
That
rattle ice.
It doesn't matter because the TVA is just too strong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the TVA it's up there with like the Congress of Realities and Kang the Conqueror. Like that's the level.
Yeah, it's the ultimate power, as at least Loki's seeing it right now.
Well, he even says it like this has to be an illusion. Like for Loki to see that.
Yeah, when he looks out into the cityscape and he's like, I thought there was no magic here. And Mobius just goes, yeah, there is no magic. Like, that's all straight tech. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. Like, just that idea for Loki. Like, it's his entire world is crumbled. This is what the true kind of reality is. This is all of the things he was striving for are garbage next to this.
Well, I mean, he's an Asgardian. Asgard was supposed to be, is like a superior technological.
Interesting. Like,
not in this timeline. It still exists. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, for him, it still exists.
When you see Asgard and the Bifrost and everything else, you're like, wow. People think that technology is magic, but they're one and the same. Loki, who grew up with this, sees this city and goes, I thought there was no magic. Just think about that difference of perception and impact.
Yeah.
The Bifrost could travel to all 9 realms. And he thinks that this is magic?
Yeah, it's a little scary. Like,
It's like ants looking up at humans and stuff, you know? Like Loki's an ant?
And
What
Nick
does that make
Fury's a
humans?
boot.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, Nick Fury is above all as the boot.
Which I'm okay with that. Let him head up sword.
Ant does not concern himself with a boot.
Hey, let's talk about. Did we talk about Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston's chemistry in that interrogation room?
Well, we brought it up briefly, but hell yeah, we need to talk about it more. Cause I mean, jeepers. I mean, Owen Wilson just he owns that character. Like, I'm not too familiar with Mobius from the comics, but it came off so wonderfully in the show. And just him interacting with Loki, I was engaged 1,000%.
The way I see Mobius is think about the perfect DMV employee.
There's no such thing.
That's not fast, just the
Just
perfect,
efficient.
Yeah,
methodical,
he just gets shit done.
detail oriented.
Yeah.
That is Mobius to me. That's how I always envisioned him.
Yeah, he knows how to work in the bureaucracy and to butter up the right people like he did with the judge. And he knows what to say and when to say it.
Totally agree.
He doesn't play office politics, but he plays the game.
Yeah. Nah, I am so excited to see. I'm hoping way more of him throughout the show.
No, I just want to see their interactions. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of them. But like even in that scene of, oh, you're a big metaphor guy, it makes you sound smart. And Loki says, I am smart. And then the next two lines is, okay. Okay. Like that. That dialogue, the pauses that they use, like it was amazing. It was on point.
Yeah, I'm like,
And even breaking
gosh darn Owen Wilson.
breaking down who Loki is, like truly,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Dude, when he
So-
was going through that scene of watching the recaps of what his life should have been after he got pulled out, watching his mother die, and Owen Wilson breaking it down, like, yeah, you told them to go up the stairs and to the left. You thought that was going to take them to Thor, but this is what actually happened. Like, breaking it down like that, oh man.
So I was thinking about it. When I first saw the episode, I was like, I don't know how I feel about Loki turning into like Infinity Wars Loki in this short of a time. But I think I have to accredit that to Mobius's manipulation
encouragement.
encouragement. We'll go with that. But like basically Mobius, what he did was he did the entire Loki's redemption arc between what I want to say 6 to 7 movies in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What was it that Mobius said? Loki was made to suffer so the best of themselves would come out in other people.
Yes.
Ye-
Yeah,
Yes,
it was along
yes.
those lines. Like, the fact that he did the horrible things he did and suffered the way he did was destined to happen so that other people could be the better versions.
Best versions of themselves. But yeah, I mean, now Loki admitted that, you know, he actually doesn't like hurting people. And he does it as a facade to what was his line? It's what the weak use.
It's what the weak use to feel powerful.
Yeah, and he legitimately admitted he was weak at that point.
Yeah.
And that self-realization took 7 movies in the MCU.
I mean, you got to see
Yeah.
the growth of Asgard, the growth of the relationship of him and his father, him and Thor, and then the
Mm-hmm.
final confrontation of Loki. And
Right.
you hear that snap again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and the way he cringes during it,
yeah.
it's just that. Oh, like that made me hurt hearing that.
Well, you could see it in his face too.
Yeah,
His
and
facial
they cut away
acting.
from it just to look at his reaction to it, and it's just like, oh god, this is what everything brought me kind of situation.
I mean, that scene made me appreciate Tom Hiddleston again as like an
Oh, yeah.
actor. His facial expressions were amazing.
And his reaction after the fact, I mean, he was trying to escape. His only, like, saving grace was rewinding himself back to his own interrogation room.
There's no escape from the TVA. Come on.
And he learned that along the way. He's like, I can't escape this. This is my only, like, this is my reality now. Like, this is where I have to be if I want to keep living.
But he can redeem himself, and Mobius says it, and now they gotta go hunt down a bad guy.
Oh,
And the
that
bad guy
reveal.
is, we actually haven't talked about it.
Oh, that's right, because
Alright,
the devil in
no.
France.
The Devil in
Was
France.
it blue gum? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
the
the
devil?
blue gum. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see that gum in a lot of MCU comics. I think it's one of those like things that's around.
It's Mephisto.
Like, it is not Mephisto.
The internet wanted it.
Maybe it is.
MCU will give it. It's Mephisto.
No. What it actually is another variant Loki.
It's Mephisto in
How
disguise.
many variant Lokis do you think will be in this series?
Or are we doing a thing where Loki becomes Mephisto? He starts calling himself that.
Instead of the god of
Like-
trickery?
Like his variant. Yeah. He's the god of death.
Or like the god of sin, taking up that moniker.
Could be.
God of Sin, yeah, that could
You know,
work.
kind of following in the steps of his sister.
Hey
Well,
guys, we're falling into WandaVision fan theories again.
Let's do it.
There were so
I'm down.
many for
Frank,
no reason.
back me up.
I love the fact that everyone watched the first episode of WandaVision and said, "Oh, this series is garbage," and then the internet exploded by episode 2. All right,
Yeah,
so rabbit
pretty
hole, Shay,
much.
let's go.
All right.
We going
let's
down the
do
rabbit
this.
hole?
All right.
We're
First of
doing
all,
fan theories
the
here?
rabbit was indeed a familiar.
Yes, it was a demon. The scene was cut due to time restraints.
And COVID.
Yes. And it actually, like, so we saw it eat the bird, which was originally a bug. No, it was a bug that was originally a bird. And
Who turned into a locust.
we're supposed to see it interact with the children and turn into, like, a slightly larger, scary demon monster with, like, 70 teeth.
So that's Mephisto. And that's the big bad.
No, it's just a demon.
That was Senior
Not Mephisto.
Scratchy.
Yeah, that was Senior Scratchy.
I should
Might
not have
be
opened.
connected to Mephisto,
But-
who
I
may or
opened
may
pen-
not at this point be Tom Hiddleston.
But Nicholas Scratch is another name for the devil itself, based off of
Yes.
Senior Scratchy.
Uh-huh. So, we got possibilities of Tom Hiddleston has created a quote-unquote demon army to control the world, and he's trying to manipulate Wanda into creating the multiverse of madness.
Because do you know what? Loki uses magic. Do you know who else who's using magic? Agatha. Do you know who taught Wanda? Agatha. Do you know who uses magic?
Mhm.
Doctor Strange. It's all connected. Kevin Feige.
It's all connected.
Kevin
It's all
Feige figured
intertwining.
this out ever since Tony Stark,
Except Captain and the Winter Soldier. That's its own separate thing.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love you
those
guys.
when those vibranium wings set up a tripod and took the impact. Oh, it was so good. Anyway,
Oh my
Whoa,
god, that
God.
last episode, just seeing that, I felt like
That
there should
fight
have been
scene was
more. I
great.
would have liked like one more like prequel bit of 15 minutes, but like, yeah,
He'll
it
be
was
back.
still so
He'll be
good.
back.
Yeah,
He'll
well,
be
that
back.
that
Yep.
There'll be
series was
more.
cut short due to COVID, unfortunately, for their filming. They were supposed to have 2 more episodes
and
originally.
possibly storyline got cut in terms of they might have been doing there was a global pandemic storyline.
And that's why another reason why they had to cut it.
Yeah, there were scenes that revolved around the flag smashers that were more along those lines that they cut out.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Anyway, Loki.
So Loki is the devil.
Loki becomes Mephisto? I mean, it was
No.
foreshadowed.
Loki has always been Mephisto.
Yeah.
We get to see and hear that the other variant that they're trying to capture is another variant of Loki. And
So what was the question, Frank? How many variants of Loki do you think we're gonna see?
Yeah, I want to hear this over under from you guys, because how many episodes is the series?
6.
6?
No, I think it's just the one. I'm gonna go with the one.
So you think that our TVA Loki is the same one from the trailers with the whole vote Loki?
Actually, that is my debate right now because is it that there's currently just 2, but is we'll call him the devil variant Loki, is he creating more variant Lokis? Is that the thing?
Possible.
Yeah, he might be helping out other versions of himself to create more variants and more different timelines.
I mean, I would assume Loki's end goal at the end is to take down the TVA and control time.
Yeah, if our Loki already saw that the TVA is the ultimate power, the other Loki recognized that too. You mentioned it before on he is taking the what are those called? Those
Time
Reset
twisters,
charges?
yeah.
right? Oh no, the time twisters with a reset for the criminals.
Yes, that's the collar. The reset charges are the bombs.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So how many of those does he have?
8.
I don't
Something
8,
like
7,
that?
8? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
A
like
decent amount.
6 attacks in 2 weeks. Who knows how long a week is to the TVA, but besides the point.
Well, Mobius also said that's how many we know of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we might be dealing with a situation where there's another variant of Loki who's trying to create as many variant universes as possible and trying to recreate himself as a god in all those universes.
Because he's better than them and he has to make it easy for everybody.
Yeah, which I mean was a beautiful thing when Loki was in that interrogation scene and then seeing all the footage of himself and explaining that, look, I actually don't like doing this. You think that I do? You Mobius, you said that you saw the look on my face and I enjoy it. I actually don't. I enjoy creating order. And this is the only way that I can see that I'm creating order. That I need to do horrible things. I need to be the villain to make the world safe. Which reminds me of an anime like Lelouch the Rebellion, or you both remember that, right?
I have never watched Geass.
Yeah, Code Geass.
I've never
I
watched
watched it so long ago, I don't remember.
Yeah, at a certain point, he decides to just embrace the fact that he is a villain so that he can make the better world.
Oh, yeah. There is a realization point for what was that character's name in Code Geass?
Lelouch.
Lelouch, yeah.
I only know him from the memes and pizza.
Anyway, I I don't know the total number of different Lokis in the comics, but I want to say we're going to encounter 4 variants.
We're gonna see Old Man Loki.
Alright. It's a fair bet for variants.
Yeah, well, I mean, President Loki is technically a variant, right? And he's confirmed from the trailer,
Well,
Yep.
yeah, that's what we're thinking.
right?
Like, the idea is it our Loki who does that out of like he wants to rebel for a minute?
Or he's going
Could be.
undercover.
Oh, that's another option.
Could be.
Or is that a Loki he has to defeat and he has to destroy that timeline? Though I feel like if that's the situation, you can just warp into timeline whenever you want and drop one of those charges.
Unless it's become its own alternate universe. Because the timeline off of that Prime timeline, the Sacred timeline, has veered off for too long. So technically,
That might be a restriction.
So, like, technically, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a variant timeline. And they even say it's not a canon timeline. And they mess with the timeline way too often. So they're their own variant universe.
Look, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was just a bad show, and that is their cover.
How
to just...
dare you? Season 1 and 2 was decent. And then 3 got good, and then something happened.
And, like, it had its ups and downs. And I have not watched the last season, but they had some interesting concepts moving forward in time. And,
like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I had such high hopes for.
Yeah, we all did.
And it's so bad that the MCU had to pretty much say it's not canon because it's that bad.
Yeah.
When we have the podcast for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I will get into it, and I'll tell you when they veered off from the major, from the Sacred timeline, and also how they pulled their own time heist.
Okay,
wait,
we'll save that.
They pulled their own time heist?
We're going to save that for another podcast because I feel like that's something very interesting.
And now you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because they dropped an Endgame reference in there, and I was like, oh.
Damn you, Nastro.
Yep, that's what I do.
I need to watch it now, too, because after, like, season...
Just watch the last episode. You don't need to see the last season. Just watch the last episode.
Thank God, because I didn't want to watch the last season.
I didn't want to watch, like, 25 episodes.
The last season was them time hopping to try and prevent evil robots from controlling time.
Great. Yeah, I don't want to watch that.
Interesting.
But like, here's the thing. And because the TVA is established, they don't give a damn because that variant timeline is not part of the Sacred timeline, so they don't care. It doesn't make an impact on them. Yep.
True. The TVA would have destroyed it.
Correct.
If it did make an impact.
It's either that or, like I said, something with the Infinity Stones.
Does it make a planned impact on the main timeline? Do they go back at some point?
Oh, they go... There's another time. Literally.
All right. We'll go through this.
All right. Back to Loki variants. Not complete show variants.
All right. So, predictions on Loki variants.
I said 4.
My first thought is that because they hid Loki's face in the wonderfully disturbing scene of all the TVA agents in the field and they get lit on fire by oil. But Loki is supposedly standing there in a hood, but they didn't show Loki's face. Is it what a lot of people on the internet have been talking about, that it's female Loki.
Probably.
Most likely.
I mean,
No,
that's a huge fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the trailer, there was a scene where Loki's sitting next to a woman facing away from the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I think female Loki is Lady Loki, whatever the official term
Yeah,
is going to be in the show.
because in the comics, he was reborn as Lady Loki, correct?
What is this, the new
I
52?
think so.
No, that's
like, no,
that's
he was
DC.
actually like died
But-
and reborn.
No, I know.
Was
It's
this New
DC.
52 and Rebirth? Because we
And
needed
Rebirth?
two in a
Yeah,
year.
Marvel keeps its same timeline mostly.
Oh, poor DC planning.
Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Anyway. So yeah, I think we all agree that female Loki is probably most likely a sure thing, right?
I mean, I kind of hope so. I'd like to see it, like, just if nothing else, out of curiosity. Like,
Well, okay. Sophia DiMartino is in 5 episodes, and she doesn't have a character associated to her yet.
oh, hold on, let me pull up that list. I'm curious to see her.
Do they
Yeah.
have
Have
a
it.
little kid casted? Because I
Oh,
want to see.
actually, yeah. When I
little
first
kid
saw
Loki.
her on the cast list, I thought she could be an option for that.
Yeah, I mean, she's
British.
Big smile,
well, similar looking.
British.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of.
she's kind of got, like, I don't know. I want to say she has the look for it.
How would
Ooh.
she look with big golden horns?
I think
Actually, I
she'd
think
look
she'd
pretty
look-
damn good.
Yeah, I think she'd look awesome with them.
What if they were red devil horns? Because Loki's the devil.
That could
Mephisto?
work too.
He's Mephisto.
So if that is the option, I think the idea here is the time variant. They tried to eliminate her at birth. Like, nope, this is girl Loki. That's not what the timeline's supposed to be. But something stopped them. And she got to grow up knowing that she was a time variant, not supposed to fit. And she somehow eventually got the power to jump the timelines.
WandaVision fan theory.
Yep, no, I'm going like full.
Yep, you're going
I'm-
straight
I'm-
into
I'm-
that.
I'm going
I got you.
hard.
I got
alright?
you. Tinfoil. better.
Tinfoil theory.
So Hela is supposed to be the daughter of Loki, right?
Well,
No.
in the
Is it?
MCU, like the movie universe,
Not in
she's the
movie
daughter
universe,
of Odin.
But in the comics and in Norse
Yeah.
mythology,
Yeah.
she was. So what if Odin raised Loki, female Loki, first, before Hela and before having Thor?
So there's another sibling?
Well, isn't that what I said? Isn't that the plot of the Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. I don't even feel like that was a movie. That was like 3 different movies in one.
It was
Kind
kind
of.
of 3 different
Kind
movies
of.
in one, but are you criticizing it for that? Because that movie was awesome.
The portal was called the Devil's Anus.
Yeah.
But we all know it's just Loki's anus.
Loki is Mephisto?
Because Loki is Mephisto. Who taught Agatha from the Salem witch trials.
Which Agatha taught the Scarlet Witch,
Correct.
and the Scarlet Witch now has the what's that book?
If Loki controls time and the Scarlet Witch controls reality,
Ooh.
Ooh.
if you have
They can
red
ta-
and green combined,
The two of them combined equal the multiverse of madness.
there you go.
You make Mephisto.
Actually, or the multiverse of madness could just be all the variants that they couldn't like erase. or that
Well,
gets
that's what I'm
created.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at earlier. My thought is, at the end of this season, the TVA goes down. Like, something happens, TVA gets shut down, basically. And that's what leads into the Multiverse of Madness.
And
So hold
three
on.
different
So
Spider-Men.
hold up. So we're back to the fan theory that WandaVision led to the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, it is going to lead to the Multiverse of Madness because she's supposed to be in that movie. We already know that's a connection.
All because of Loki screwing with the timeline
Because he's Mephisto.
because he's Mephisto.
And we now know Wanda was able to create her own little pocket universe. And since then, she's been in a house in the mountains, just awake.
Drinking tea.
Also,
and studying.
what is it? Like spirit projecting? What's it called?
Astral projection.
Astro projecting. Reading up and getting stronger, more knowledgeable. Like
on the thing that can wipe and control all of reality.
Yeah.
The Darkhold.
So my friend walked through when I was watching last episode of WandaVision, and he was like, "What's she doing?" I was like, "Oh, she's reading the Darkhold." And he put his stuff down, took a deep breath, and said, "What? Why? What? Who would write that? What? No, Frank!" And he goes scrambling for comic books.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. It's like, yep, that's just... Once you have just a cursory knowledge of the info...
That's not something you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then again, that was also, for those people who don't really know Spider-Man, but they know Spider-Man and Mysterio is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until that halfway point they were like, wait, isn't Mysterio supposed to be a bad guy? I was like,
yes.
Yeah, but MCU changes things sometimes. And they almost got us with that alternate Earth bit, too.
Yeah.
They did. I actually fell for it for the first half of the movie.
Like, I'll say I was convinced the entire time he was the final villain, but still,
okay.
It was a nice... Yeah,
gentlemen.
Was the thing.
Original question. How many variants do you think you're going to see in the show?
Well, you see,
yep.
Loki uses green magic. Mysterio uses green magic.
And that's why Loki is Mephisto.
Therefore...
Well, actually, so I have a thought on this. It would be really fun if, let's say, like, episode 4, they do a whole bit that if, like, what I said before, that the other variant Loki is trying to create branching universes where he's always in control in different ways. What if we go through a montage of our Loki? I think we established at some point we're going to call him God Loki.
Yeah, because he still has that mentality.
Yeah, that he has to stop all these other Lokis. And we go through, like, a clip show montage for, like, 5 minutes of him stopping, like, 15 other Lokis.
I'll say, like, Disco Loki. Because you know there's going to be one if they do.
Oh, I would love that. Like, what if there's just a shit ton of Lokis packed into, like, a short segment?
Give me a number, Shay.
I'm going to go with 12.
Wow, that's 12. A lot. I'm going to go with
That's
6.
a lot.
That's a lot of Lokis, but I'm also counting our original Loki and Devil Loki in that.
So 10 others.
Yes.
So...
I'm going with 6.
6 others or 6 total?
6 total. So we have Prime.
So that's the same number as mine because I want 4 variants, including the 2.
All right, I'll agree with you on that one. Because are we including the main Loki that passed from Endgame?
So God Loki, Devil Loki, and I'm saying there's going to be 4 more past those 2.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
All right, I'll go with that. Like, man. But
You said
I
12.
still want to stick to my idea. I want to go on the further extreme on this one
Go
because,
bigger, go
I
home, he
want it.
says.
Home.
Yeah, like I want to be crazy on this. I
Shay?
want Loki to go through a montage of killing other versions of himself.
Shay, I'm not saying that would not be awesome, because I would love to see that.
Yeah.
So I kind of hope you win. Is where I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants that montage special.
I do.
I want to see Loki with Mjolnir.
With Meow Meow?
With Meow Meow. And he inherited the hammer and not Thor.
Ooh.
Yeah, hell, I'd be down with that.
I want to see that Loki.
Hell, I'd love to see a version of Loki, even though I guarantee this one won't happen, of him with Stormbreaker. Like having maybe both.
Dual wielding Captain America Loki.
Yep.
With the vibranium shield.
Oh, I don't think he'll have the shield.
He'll figure it out.
I would still love to see it.
Sorcerer Supreme Loki.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Oh God, my brain is going down a rabbit hole.
Spider-Man Loki, who was bitten by a radioactive Asgardian spider.
He's twice as strong as regular Spider-Man. And 3 times as awkward because he doesn't know how the world works.
3 times as awkward. Hey, you that Spider-Man? Or would he turn into a reindeer?
Reindeer Loki?
Well,
Is he Rudolph?
that's what Tony
No,
called
I have a
him.
problem with deer. I have a problem with this right off the bat. No deer. No deer.
Oh dear.
They're coming after you, Shay.
Yeah, bite me. We all know I have a problem with deer.
I
They're
want to
coming
know
after
the
you,
history
Shay.
of that later.
I'll give you the history now, because one of them tried to murder me.
Because I was almost murdered.
Yeah. I came off a situation with a member of my family in the hospital having to travel 2 states, and a deer plowed its antlers through my driver's side window. I didn't hit the deer. The deer hit me.
And ever since then,
they've been stalking me.
Stalking you?
Yes.
Mhm.
This deer, its antlers, it scraped up my head. It put some blood on me. And ever since then, I come home late at night and there's like 5 deer blocking the way to my apartment building.
So, if I wanted to mail you something for MCU, what is your address again?
No. I refuse.
Frank, I have his address. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so Deer Loki, I definitely want to see. Because he already has those horns on his helmet, right? So I don't think that's far off of a stretch.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see that, actually. Like, give him full deer antlers.
Oh, what did movies call him? A scamp? A mischievous scamp?
Yep.
Kid Loki.
Kid Loki's probably a strong contender.
I feel like the kid Loki will end up being, like, female Loki.
Just one of those major variants.
Yeah.
Well, there's also human Loki. One with no power.
One that's falling for 40 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Or they'll probably just go with more basic variants in my head of, like, oh no, when the Hulk went to grab him, he missed. And Loki jumped back and was able to blast Hulk out of the building.
Or maybe Loki that was never on Skara. Skaro? Whatever the
Skaro.
Skaro.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one.
But then again, they are also doing that as a variant, I think, with Iron Man in the What Ifs animated series.
Yes, that's right. What if he got transported there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Tony Stark went to Skaro?
Yeah, Lego Europe Amazon or something released a screenshot of a Scaro Iron Man.
Yeah, that was it. That's what we were talking about like last week. And
Yeah.
yeah, that came out like a day before we started talking or the same day, and it was like, wait, we don't even have all the confirmation on this yet.
So is
But
the narrator for the What If series just a desk jockey from the TVA, explaining all the things they had to reset?
Actually,
It's
that
just
would
like
be a
it's
really
just like
cool
a
concept.
progress report.
Yeah.
All right, so I see you're up for promotion. What did you do to help preserve the timeline?
Well, I stopped
Well-
Marvel zombies.
it's a performance evaluation. It's your yearly annual performance evaluation.
Actually, that would be beautiful if every episode started with like a different TVA member and okay, this is the recap of your last big mission or your biggest mission. Why do you deserve to move up in the company?
Well,
I would appreciate that so much.
I've been here for 1,000 years, I think.
Somewhere around there.
I'm a big company man. I was born here. That's my cubicle. Many fond memories.
I had my first child there.
I don't think they have kids. I'm pretty sure they just get like plucked out of time and here you go. You're now a bureaucrat.
That would actually make a lot of sense.
I was sitting here when somebody took my cells to get cloned, so my other guy is in the cubicle next to me.
Hey, if you're efficient, they always say, I wish I had more of you.
Two cubicles next to each other with identical guys, and like they're just plucked from different timelines.
It's the
That
same
works
guy,
too.
like an hour apart in the timeline.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or just one of them got PB&J for lunch one day, and the other one got peanut butter and strawberry jelly.
Oh, he made a different choice. He must be special.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
I'm so down to, like, I want the Marvel Universe to play with this. Like, hey, let's have fun.
I feel like we're treating this like WandaVision because I feel like after the first episode of Wanda, like we went crazy thinking about all the avenues that they can go. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney comes out and be like, yo, guys, calm down.
Actually, I was the exact opposite. For months
Were you?
beforehand, and I talked to Shay about what they can do in the WandaVision series and everything else. And then when the series started, I went in with completely blank slate. And I said, I'm going to watch this and enjoy it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And see what they do.
You got everything out before you went into the show.
Yeah, because you know what? I know how hard that they work. It's not like I'm going to go speculate, oh, well, what if the Mandalorian isn't actually a Mandalorian? What if this happens here? No. They've worked to build this, enjoy the story, and Zemo is working with Loki.
Yeah, and that was probably the same thing for me. The fact that you and I talked about it so much and just ranted.
I love how you said that and went into probably one of the craziest theories that I could think of as well. But it's because Loki's Mephisto.
It's because Loki's Mephisto.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why Zemo wears the purple mask. Because Thanos released Loki from this world. Actually, I was really hoping that they did a Thanos reference with Zemo's mask. To be like the reminder of what they lost. Instead of like a family heirloom. Like, it would have been a really cool tie-in, especially with the design.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool.
That was
would have
one of
been
the ideas
biggest
that was
F you
projected.
to the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the idea was that no, Thanos was right in doing it.
Oh yeah.
And that's why, Baron Zemo's mask is similar to Thanos' face. That he was just representing that, no, Thanos was right.
Hold up. Is that an actual thing? Or is
It
that
was a
like
concept
in
that
It's
lore?
a fan theory thing.
it was a concept that was kicked around.
Okay.
But
It's not actually in Zemo's lore,
no,
right?
Zemo's lore was, I'm a Baron. This is an heirloom. It's in one of my many cars.
Yeah, his mask existed long before Thanos was even a thing in the comics.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And this is just a fan representation of that's what they wanted the mask to represent.
Yeah.
I still like
I
that
like
theory,
that. Yeah, I like that concept, that theory.
And it's not like the world didn't know what happened during Endgame, because they know about that fight. They know about the invasion.
They know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So
a whole freaking monument to it. And there's the final mission for Captain America. They know everything.
And yet they still don't get paid.
Yes, they can't get a bank loan.
They can't get a bank loan. I see here you've been missing for 5 years. Have you been unemployed all that time?
There's no proof of income for the last 5 years.
Well, yeah, technically, because I didn't exist as a human being.
Do you superheroes have like a fund or something?
401k.
There's the
All
bureaucracy.
right, I'm just saying, Tony should have set up like a 401k for everybody. Like,
He probably did for Rhodey.
Oh, definitely.
oh, he definitely did for Rhodey, but for everybody else, like, what the hell, Tony? Like,
Well,
set
you
aside at least $1 million for everybody.
Well, when your boy Rhodey gets murked by Falcon and Vision, you cut them off.
That's true, actually. Maybe they were getting paid for like 2-3 years, and then you cut them all off. All right.
Also, granted, the only people that we saw were having hard financial times were the ones who sided with Steve.
Cap. Yeah.
That is actually true. Well, look at the power broker, Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
She had it pretty hard.
But then she didn't, because she became the power broker because she believes in the power of Loki, who is Mephisto.
Who's Mephisto. And they're
Yes.
working together with Zemo.
1000%.
But really, they're all Skrulls, including Loki.
Oh,
Oh.
of course, they're all scrolls.
Wait,
That's the theory.
Wasn't there a
There-
Skrull in the TVA?
Yes, I was just about to say
Yeah,
that.
there was
That's
one in the
right.
background. Yeah,
Just
he was a
chilling
scroll
there.
variant.
It's a Skrull variant. No worries.
No, but he wasn't in a time twister or anything. He was just standing there.
No, but he was probably somebody
he
who
was
was
being
apprehended.
processed or something.
Yeah, he was being processed.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
like-
sure he had like 80 sweats on or something.
Yeah, he had like an Adidas tracksuit.
There you go.
I mean, hell, the guy that got vaporized, I'm pretty sure he was just a stockbroker that was a variant.
Yeah, he was like, my father works at Goldman Sachs. We'll
Yeah.
privatize your job or something.
Yeah, he was just a normal guy. So it was just a normal scroll. It was like, he turned left instead of right one day and was like, wait, why am I here now?
We'll see how the next episode goes, because it's 8 or 10 episodes, the series.
6.
6?
Yeah.
6.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that means
shorter
it's
this
going to
time.
be a ride from start to finish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, every episode's gonna be jam packed.
So if anything, I have a thought here. You're available less frequently, but Frank, you and I could do like weekly recaps of the episodes. Just talk about them.
I could do a Loki recap of the many variants of BSRE.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I can join you guys, I will. But
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that way we can leave it open-ended like that. Like, we don't have to lock any of us down, but I'd love to talk about it when the episodes come out.
All I ask is that
You guys
before,
know it's every Wednesday, right?
yeah,
Yeah, now
that's the
it's
fun part.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been recording every Thursday.
Yeah.
So we're
So we can talk about
technically
them.
start the next 6 episodes with a quick recap.
I just want to talk about Taskmaster before Black Widow comes out
Oh,
because
yes.
they haven't done any promo for that other than almost 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah, that trailer, but Taskmaster is going to be phenomenal in
But
that movie.
he's in Avengers Academy in California.
Is he
In
really?
Disneyland, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
There's
that.
video
I know.
of Black Panther and Black Widow fighting Taskmaster as one of the whole interactive characters.
Oh.
So, Frankie, you and I could do shorter videos like this, just the two of us, leading up to things.
What about the Bad Batch?
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring up the Bad Batch because I knew we were going to talk about it for a while.
So
you
we
see
can
that
do like our
Rancor?
Bad Batch videos. We can do our like Loki videos. We can do that in smaller bits. And maybe if anyone actually likes our videos, they can look forward to that.
No one likes our videos, they just like us.
Well, if somebody will get our Instagram account going or give me the password so I could start working on it on my downtime.
I thought I already gave it to you.
Nope.
Okay, the password I gave to you for the other thing is the same password for like everything.
Okay.
One,
What's
two,
the...
I'm
three,
99%.
4, 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
What's the email you used?
It's my email.
We'll
Your
discuss
email?
My
that.
non-work email.
Anyway. I just want to end the episode saying that Disney Plus is doing a very good job with these
Original
MCU
series,
TV series.
Yeah, it's like I'm just nothing but impressed right now.
I mean, I just finished my Star Wars marathon and I just saw the sequel trilogy again, and I'm just like they butchered that completely. Yeah.
I had maybe an hour-long conversation with Nicole about it. And we were talking about the possibilities that could have been.
It could have been amazing. Could have been.
Yeah.
But they are redeeming themselves with the Star Wars TV shows and the Marvel TV shows. I will give them credit where credit is due.
So, sorry, right before we go, have you heard of the interview with Kevin Feige about the Loki series?
No.
No.
When did that come out?
About 2 days ago it came out. Speaking about the new show, he said, it's tremendously important. It's perhaps has more impact on the MCU than any of the shows thus far. What everybody thought about WandaVision was sort of true, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is sort of true, is even more sort of true for Loki.
Oh.
So
that's a statement.
It might be what starts phase 4 for the MCU is the Loki series.
Oh, that just gave chills down my spine.
Yeah, that is a big curiosity, and I already knew like everybody in the world is calling this like the best of the three. So I'm curious.
Let's enjoy the ride, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And like WandaVision was really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, WandaVision was great. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was great too, but in a different way.
They all had their commentaries that they needed.
Yeah.
But Loki's story and character arc is already done for us.
True, absolutely true. And it was a very good story arc.
Granted, like you said, it was done over, 5 movies?
Yeah, whatever amount of movies it was.
5 to 8. We're not sure.
But like, so what do you do with that character if their character arc is done now?
I mean, honestly, when they introduced Loki, I thought it was just going to be episodes of shenanigans, right?
Eventually, I mean,
Well,
you can kind of take like a Doctor Who perspective for time
yes,
travel
yes.
in it.
hmm But it looks like there is going to be a cohesive story overarching everything.
Yeah, this might be
And
our lead into the cosmic big stuff that they had planned for for Phase 4.
yeah, because I know Guardians and Asgardians and all of them are going to have a bigger role in Phase 4.
Yep.
There's Adam Warlock's coming out, right?
Was
Miss
that
Marvel?
confirmed? Because I've been waiting for Adam Warlock since the second.
I don't think that was confirmed, but we do have the Celestials and the Eternals. So
Yeah, and the
Oh.
Marvels.
Yes, the Marvels. What if Loki's an
No.
Eternal?
I don't know where I heard it, but wasn't Adam Warlock confirmed for Guardians Volume 3?
Probably, considering he's been his
originally,
little
I believe.
regen tube forever.
But I think
No, that was Guardians 2.
Yeah.
No, like his cocoon was in Guardians too. There were plans for him, but they got dropped.
Oh, did they? Okay, maybe that's what I'm confusing it with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, either or. Phase 4 is going to be in space.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's gonna be cosmic.
Nick Fury's in space
Yeah.
versus zombies and vampires.
Yes, please.
Just with random Skrulls fighting space vampires.
Exactly. And pirates. Because Loki's Mephisto.
Space vampires and zombie pirates.
Because Loki's Mephisto. Yes, exactly.
Well, on that note, boys, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Alright, who's got the reset button?
I don't know. This is a variant timeline anyway, right?
Yes, we've tried this twice already.
We've had some technical difficulties today. But anyway. Thanks for listening, guys, as always. I am linking all of our stuff into the description in YouTube and Spotify. So, hey, join us on Discord. There's an open invite on every single description. And follow us on Twitter and follow us on Instagram, please. And once Shay figures out the password and gives it to me, we'll try to get that account going.
Yeah. Also,
Hi, Shay.
we'll have all the recipes that we do for every drink throughout the show eventually. So,
Somewhere.
Yeah.
There's
If
plans.
ever you want to make our drinks, we got them for you.
Somewhere. Someplace.
Sometime.
I might have to start a blog.
Oh, God.
That's
it's
so
the 90s again.
2005.
Yeah.
WordPress, baby. But anyway, thanks for joining us, guys.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Goodbye. So long.
Peace out, everybody.
Glorious people.
Glorious Purpose.